Okay, the second part, what we're going to talk about is, is passing functions to other functions. And the only way you could pass functions to other functions is using a pointer. So we'll do that. We'll talk about that now. So in the past, so in the past program, we did this, right? Pointer to a function, and we called operand 1 and operand 2 to execute that function, wherever that is pointing to. But now we are not going to do that. We are going to call a function called calculate, okay? And to that function, we're going to pass pointer to function operand 1, operand 2. So what we are now saying is, what we are saying is, we will not execute the function here. We'll outsource execution of the function to another function called calculate. So if you want to this function to execute that function, he also needs operand 1 and operand 2. So we pass pointer to function and operand 1 and operand 2. See that? So we have function calculate, our pointer to function, and the operand 1 and operand 2. So let's see how to define this function. Calculate. So this has to match here. So integer op1, integer op2. All right. And this function, let's is going to call our function. Let's call it as pointer op1 and op2. See that? So this statement has been moved to this function here. Okay. Now the only thing we fill in the blank is this guy. What is the definition of the first argument here? This is a pointer to function. So we need to define this guy in here, because we have defined op1, right? This is easy. This is what the key here. The key is how to define this first argument for the function calculate. Okay, that is the key. Okay, so I missed that guy. Okay, so let's talk about that. This function requires similar here. Because this guy is calling pointer, so I'm going to call pointer, right? And he has to know that, remember, this is a pointer to function. How do you declare pointer to function? That has to match, right? This is what? Integer. We put integer there. This is integer. We put integer there. So this guy needs the definition of the pointer to function. What is the definition of the pointer to function? Right? So let's go back to the previous PowerPoint. You see that? He needs the definition exactly the way you defined before. That is the key here. If you get that, you are done. So here, my definition is here is star pointer int comma int. That's all he needs here. And you simply, this is the name of the pointer whose definition is this. I'm calling the way it is. It comes here. This comes here. See that? So if you perfect these two things, so let's go back here. If you perfect, now I'm going to remove that guy. You don't need that guy. So I have calculate pointer to function, operand 1 and operand 2. My function is here. Calculate. Yeah, I missed that void here. Void. He has to know what the return value to. I named it as pointer to function. I can name anything I want, right? Operand 1, operand 2. So I'm calling this function. And my pointer is pointing to one function, some minus, multiply, or add. Then I'm calling calculate function with the pointer, and I'm calling in here. The key is this, which is same as the definition of the pointer. All right. As long as you know how to do this, you are fine. The key in all this thing is this guy. Oh, I'm sorry, not that. Is this guy. How do you define a pointer to function and pass them to different functions, right? Okay, let's go back and run this program. Our buffer, our let's talk about our buffer and see if it matches like the way it did before. See here, my buffer is plus 42, plus 42 is 6, minus 41, minus 41 is 3, product 16, division 8, 2, and again multiply. So this example talks about how to pass pointer to, how to pass functions to pointers. To sorry, how to pass functions to functions. That's what we did here, right? Okay, so let me wrap up. The key here again, I said many times. Let me say it one more and last time. You have to get to know how to define a pointer to a function. This is another key here, this parenthesis. If you remove the parenthesis, you are changing the definition of the pointer. Okay. One second. Let me copy that guide to in here. Okay. Now I can erase it. So this is the key here. Let me make it a little more spicy. Okay, I might ask this in the exam. What is the difference between this and this? See that there's a parenthesis here, there's no parenthesis here. What is the difference between these two? If you take this, here it says my name of the function is pointer, name of the function is pointer, arguments equal to one integer, return value is pointer pointer to integer. Okay, this is what this is all about. Okay, so if you write this, the meaning changes completely. But if you put parenthesis around that guy, the meaning completely changes. Now here I am saying pointer ptr is a pointer to a function. So in effect you can say if you see here, add is a function taking one parameter returning integer. If you replace add with parenthesis star asterisk ptr, now you are saying ptr is a pointer to a function. We don't know what the function is. Okay, we don't know what the function is. Pointer to a function. The function takes integer as an argument and the function returns integer, which is same as this. Okay, so and you can always say pointer equal to add. This is completely okay. See that? So for rest of your life you have to understand what is a pointer to a function and what is the definition of this. Right? Okay, that completes our our two things that we talked about, pointer to a function and passing function to other functions. All right, thank you.